Hi guys, so I'm sitting here in Istanbul airport and I'm gonna board my plane in about 2 hours. So yesterday, what a day, what a day. We finished East versus West 3. I want to give my thoughts on the event and everything else. So let's start from things that I heard. I heard internet connection was bad and a lot of people were not seeing the best stream. Some people saw everything perfectly, and I even asked some people, I had so many messages, like they're sending me the stream is not working, and then I text someone else. I'm like, is the stream working? They're like, yeah, perfectly. So it's a weird one. I don't know if it's internet connection, production value, like from my point of view, where I was sitting was again top notch, same as in Dubai, no problem. I think the internet was the thing that kind of didn't allow this event to be as great as it should have been. I don't know. I hope they can fix it, or maybe change the venue or change the provider or something. I think Core Sports did a great job. I want to say big thank you to my first co-host of commentary, Larry Wheels, and then of course Derek Smith. Derek, we had so much fun. I think that was we had good combination going, and I really loved the just talking shit with Derek. It was awesome, and yeah, let's talk about the event. A lot of people came to see from England, from Latvia, from Kyrgyzstan, Ukraine, a lot of countries, just to see some of the athletes and just to do after pulling. Bulgarians came just to watch the event and then went home straight away, which was crazy. Yeah, the after pulling, I didn't do much after pulling, but I saw guys getting on table. I was too tired. At 1 o'clock, I already clocked out and just went to my room, wanted to order some room service. That didn't work out, so just went to sleep. And here I am a few hours later. So first is, I think the performance of the night was Artur Morozov, the most dominant performance, Artur Morozov. Derek Smith and Matt Mask, he just dominated those matches, looked like a tank. Really looks like he has leveled up since last time. So many interesting matchups to make for him. 130 kilos, he's right there with everyone. Prudnik lost with left arm, won with right arm. Not maybe the most entertaining match with Matt Mask. Well, Matt gave all the commentary. We didn't have to do anything, and it was so funny. Plus, we had like 3,000 swear word limit. Matt used all of them, which was awesome. I love Matt Mask. I love Prudnik, and I think Prudnik really wanted to win, because I think there's a little bit, you get better money if you win, there's bonus. And I think he was very incentivized to win, because he lost the first one, and he's life is tough. That's all I can say. And I think it was very important for him to win. Paul Lynn. Do I have to even say something? At the end, Derek saying his boy. I said my boy. At the end, it was our boy. So Paul Lynn delivered. Paul Lynn, he has to cut to 100 kilos. He's no more like 200-pound puller. He's 220 or bigger, and he should stay there. And I think he can mix it up with the best of the best. I think, in my opinion, him and Zurab is a great match to have. We'll see an inside war, and it's how close or how I think it's close, and then I think Paul can even be the favorite there. Yeah, Paul Lynn, amazing performance. David Samushi, first match where it was going back and forth, really going back and forth, where it was interesting. Irakli and Todd. Yeah, I expected Todd to win. I expected Irakli to take his hand. He couldn't really take his hand. He kind of took it, but it wasn't like he was, fully bent back. No, amazing performance as usual. John and Todd is the thing to make for sure. I think that is, but there's so many guys in that 100 to 110, 115 kilo class where it's very interesting. Where it's very, very interesting. It's fine. Don't worry. But yeah, Todd. And at the end, the head pad. He's like, and Herakles like, okay, just do it. It was awesome. It was awesome. You cannot not like the guy. It was awesome. Yeah. Krasi Arif. Krasi wants to beat those guys, and he takes every loss on the chin. He's like, yeah, he was stronger. I think he can have some amazing matchups, and because right now he wants to beat the heavyweights, but is he the best guy at 100 kilo class? There's so many opportunities for him to pull there with amazing matches that we can make, and I want to see Krasi winning. He's been chasing those heavyweights, but not so successfully. I hate it. I love him so much, and like he always says, number one, pulling the hook, be a man. Yeah, Arif bouncing back, looked really strong. Again, so many matchups for him to make, and that are really interesting and that could go either way. Just to see where he ranks. Marcio, like I said, one of the most underrated arm wrestlers on the planet. Always a top competitor. Can mix it up with almost anyone. Love him. Love the energy. His and Sporong match was one of the most technical matches we had. Up on that point, that was amazing match. Tobias Sporong won with left, lost with right, but in a grinder, in a really. He even went inside in a hook and tried to beat Marcio in a hook. That was you. Oh my God! I think this has been probably the most successful WFPL or any kind of style, super matches where it is so close and interesting. I love the Arm Wars format, but I think we're talking elite of the elite. This is elite of the elite. There's pros and there's better pros, and then there's elite, and these guys are elite. Yeah, Tobias, however you want, killer, babyface killer, and yeah, so many things to do with him. It's kind of ridiculous. John and Zurab. So, the things that people complain or even like I thought there's a rule. So imagine this is the center line. So to win, you have to pin your opponent on his side. So you have to drag him over here and pin him. If the arm goes here and you pin someone here, you lose because you cannot pin on your side. Because someone can drag you down. That's arm wrestling. That's part of arm wrestling. Because someone can lose the wrist and just drag you down on their side. And even if it looks like you have control, you're still down. So we didn't have replays, which was bad, and I think we can do better. And for sure, I think Pro Sports will do better with that. But I think it, from just from thinking about the match, I think Zurab elbow was over the pad when they finished the match there. Because it's it was hard to do it. I see John's frustration, and he even after he said I think I just got too frustrated. He's like, I shouldn't have done that, And he was still on that match, and he took full control and beat him inside, top rolled him, and then even a little bit of a press, and it's John. It's amazing. It's hard to explain if you don't see the beauty on how John arm wrestles, where he takes control, what he does in the match. You do not appreciate the beauty of arm wrestling, and that's the thing I really appreciate. That's just awesome match. Michael and Revaz. So, few things. I don't know what they and Engin were complaining, because I didn't understand. Because from our camera view, because we're sitting in a room, I wasn't there looking at the table. We had a room and we saw what the cameras were showing us. It looked, for me, it was fine. He was almost straight position, but Mike will never get there. And he was lifting his shoulder up so he stays over the pad line, to oblige by the rules. On that first round, he looked ridiculous. I thought, this is a mismatch, we're done. And then Revaz was really, really committed to winning. He just he didn't give up. He was patient. Both of them were, but I think Revaz the size difference kind of trapped Michael a little bit. I love to see that. Michael was so happy on stage. They're sharing chalk, and he's like, "This is a great match." And of course, Revas is, he wants to win. He smiles a little bit. He's like, "Yes, of course, this is a war. You want to win, but I think there's some satisfaction from those wars." And I love this mic. I think this mic was way better than the last previous versions of mic. Mic 17.0 #blessed. I loved it. I want Mike to win, and he looked really good. I think he needs to expand on what he did on the first round and not get dragged in those open positions, because he looked so comfortable, so dominant. Maybe Revas wasn't ready for that, or maybe he expected Mike's hand to fall. But as good top roller as Revas is, and he's really good top roller, he couldn't break that wrist. He couldn't get the top position. So, yeah. So many different emotions on that match, and I loved it. Like I said on live stream, I love 3-2s. I want wars. I want these guys just to go to a war, and where it's close to an even, where it's an interesting match, where both competitors can start. Like, again, I go back to that Marcio and Tobias match. So many technical adjustments in that match. It's crazy. Tobias shows like he's really technical, really strong, and he's just like baby, just a baby. So he will just, like Neil Pickup says, just a puppy, and he will get better. If I forget about some of the matches, I'm sorry, because 13 matches, just hard to keep everything in my head. Derek Smith and Artur Morozo. I think people rank Derek too fast, and it puts a lot of pressure on him. They ranked him, and he kind of moved up in rankings. And I think jet lag, the total feeling, how you feel, like he didn't look like killer on table. He kind of looked a little too relaxed. And if anyone says that traveling doesn't impact you, they have never traveled and arm wrestled. Most likely you're gonna get used to it. Like, I feel pretty good now, but if I have to go constantly change like the time zones for 7 hours, it's a hell. Like this 3 months has been rough on my body, and I have competed, and even now it's like no time difference, but still the traveling, everything else, you're out of your home. So I feel there could have been something there, and I would love to see him run it back. Maybe not with Morozo, but there's so many different guys to pull. Derek is a true giant. You should not believe every picture you see on the internet. I'm as tall as him, but he's also a giant, so we're both giants. So I like Derek a lot, and I want him to succeed. I want him to win, but there's so many different factors, and when you're not used to these starts and you're not used to hand, and Morozo like a serial killer. Even Hermes said he gripped up with him, and he's like, no. Yeah, Hermes is the best. And the biggest upset of the night. Gennady Kuikuinia beats Dave Chaffee 3-2. So Dave looked like he was in cruise control after round 2. And I was thinking, like, what's next, So we will see Hermes fighting Dave, and because it looked like nothing. And I talked with Gennady, and I asked him, like, why didn't you hook from the start? He's like, I wanted to try top row. I wanted to make him tired. I wanted to make him work. I'm like, okay, I understand that. And he pulled the classic Coach Ray. You go for top roll 2 times, and then you kind of catch him, and then you figure out where you are strong. But Dave's arm looked like it was blown out, even though he had good control. And the switch between styles and stopping him at that round number 3, I think at the round number 3 or 2, he stopped. Like, I'm sorry, it's a big blur right now. I have to go and watch all the matches again, because I think they were awesome. I think that's one of the biggest upsets we have seen in a long time. And what does it do for the rankings? The rankings are messed up. So who do we have? We have Hermes losing to Alex losing to Dave, Gennady losing to Hermes, Gennady winning Dave, and Dave losing to Michael prior to that some time ago. But it's a mess. So, however you want to rank someone and say, like, we're like, yeah, top 3 in the world, most likely he's in that top 5 bracket, you know. Levan is most likely that number 1 guy until someone shows that he's not. But up till then, I have good confidence that he is. Maybe Devin will be that guy.
Bu bir bilgilendirme anonsudur. Kısa süre içerisinde yolcu alımına başlayacağız.
Imagine if I get copyright from that.
Sosyal mesafeyi korumak
This is copyrighted. You cannot use our airport material here.
Küçük gruplar halinde yolcu kabulü yapılacaktır. Anons edilen koltuk sıra numaralarını takip etmeniz ve koltuk sıranızın bulunduğu aralık anons edildiğinde sosyal mesafeyi gözeterek sıraya geçmeniz önemli rica olunur. Anlayışınız için teşekkür eder, güvenli seyahatler dileriz.
Yeah, dear passengers. Okay, I hope everyone enjoyed the content I was putting out. Like this time, I think I haven't done so much videos, and I have more videos coming when I get back in Latvia at home. We saw the end of an era, end of shirt and belt combo. I think that needs to go. Different shirt, belt stays the same. Maybe new shoes, maybe new belt. Well, we'll see. But I hope you enjoyed the content. It was a lot of fun. I absolutely enjoyed the event. Everyone was great, and all the arm wrestlers, and the press conference was awesome. And Engin is really working his hardest. Like, he tries his best. Like, he get on stage to announce the matches. He's like, "Will you do it right?" I'm like, "Please, I want to do commentary. Please, I came for commentary." He's like, "Okay, I'll do it." And he was really nervous, and you saw it on the first match. And then he got into the groove, and he's just like, I think he enjoyed the matches even himself. But you know, there's always lessons to learn. For me, I'll go back and see the critique, what I talked about. But me and Derek, I think we hit it off the park, and that's how I felt. We had sound. We have Ben working on sound right there from Core Sports. He was cracking up, so we did our job. At least one guy was smiling and enjoying. And he said, like, a good guy. He's like, I understand more about arm wrestling just watching this. I'm like, yes, we did our job best. Yeah. So now it's a break. I talked with Core Sports. Most likely, I'm going back for the big match in Dubai. If they invite me, but I feel like that's gonna happen. I'll be happy. Till then, I'm taking a big break. Maybe Mike will. We had some talks. Maybe Mike and maybe Monster Factory, maybe something, you know. But yeah, I want to take a little break, not only physically but mentally. I'll do some training videos. We're coming back with those, and I have some other. Like, I had some plans about making some interesting content and just getting back to training, because like I feel like, as soon as I start training, I have to travel somewhere. It stops, and if I travel somewhere, I have to compete. Then I have to take a break. You know, it's been a big mess, but yeah, this all has been awesome. This all has been possible because of you guys. So I appreciate you. Most likely, 2 people have watched it till the end. If you have watched it till the end, I want to see a comment. Stay strong and love arm wrestling. Stay strong and love arm wrestling, guys. Cheers.